first things I see is you're still a square palm, so still pretty business minded, but you're definitely connecting more on the spiritual side. So do you notice how this hand is a little bit longer than this hand?
Yes.
So this is representative of the psychic hand shape, and this is more a square palm and like a business hand shape.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna go start with right because this is your dominant hand. Now, before we switch though, take a look at how closely they resemble each other. Right? They're almost identical, except for this fate line is here on your less dominant hand, but not here on this hand. So we're going to take a look at that later.
Okay.
So to go through a quick recap of what that means is that you very much present to the world who you are on the inside.
Okay.
You don't hold back. You don't have much of a filter.
Yeah.
You know, exactly.
That
This
tracks.
is not news to me. Not news to me. So, and you really like, especially I think recently, don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about people's perceptions. You're harnessing your energy, and I know kind of where you're at, but you're harnessing your energy to keep into business, but you're really feeling pulled more into your intuition. It's really difficult for you to keep this business minded persona right now. And that's where the fate line's coming in. So this is a new thing for you to kind of more be believing in fate and other things that intervene in your life, right? So because you've been very in charge of your life, and we have talked about this kind of letting go of the control.
Yeah. Relinquishing control.
Exactly.
Go with the flow.
Fate has a good energy coming for you and a good influence with you, but you also already kind of know it's almost one and the same.
Yes.
So the fate that you have coming, it's like, yeah, I know it's fate, but I already planned it. So this is interesting though. You really started out like your life started out like pretty smooth.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you pick this life and you were just like boom right into it. Like even as a little kid you were like very ambitious. Does that make sense? You were an ambitious like toddler. Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
According to my folks.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever known an ambitious toddler,
it's
but
true.
that also tracks. This is interesting. You're actually you're not as logical as I would think. You actually make your choices through emotion. Okay, so see where there's a gap between your headline and your lifeline?
Yes.
That shows you make choices through emotion, not logic.
Interesting.
Which doesn't really track with what I know of you personally, but maybe deep down
guided by emotion, using logic to...
Yeah, you're very logical. So, and there is a bit of a line here that connects.
Yeah.
So, but that's more like something that was faint and that was kind of like taught to you. It's not your nature.
Yeah.
So you've learned to be logical.
I try.
And it's true, you know, and I know through life experiences you grew up quick, so that's probably where the logic plays in.
I think so.
And you have a very straight headline. So you're emotional, but your thought process level-headed and your thought process is very clear. And let's see what else. You know, other than like life things, you've never really struggled with mental health. You've had good mental health. And that will continue on. You know what? I think little journaling or writing would do you really well with your mental health. You have a bit of a talent for it there, but it's not very well developed. Let's see. Yeah. Are you procrastinating?
Always.
What? Who is this lady?
Always procrastinating something.
You are
what tells
procrastinating. Your short thumb is telling me that you're procrastinating.
Okay.
So I don't see that changing. I think you need to just set less goals. But let's see. Okay, let's check out your Jupiter finger.
Okay.
All right. You procrastinate, but you have good goals and good plans, and your self-care is good. Like you put a good energy into your self-care. You're being more independent lately, and that's going to help in that direction as well.
Good.
So let's see, what's up with the procrastination? Stays, you know, you have this energy that's not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's more frustrating you than like see, you know, you're not overgiving in family areas anymore, which is good, but it's kind of like the energy stagnant here. It could go a little more to your community mind and getting out in the community a bit more.
All right.
Well, that makes sense. All right, let's see what else. Your life looks good though. Health, activity into old age. Let's see what else is going on. really the earlier life, you can see by the downward lines is where your challenges have mostly been. So you'll notice like there is a little bit of downward lines here, and maybe kind of like some recent challenges you've had, you can see a bit, but otherwise you can see it's very clear, right?
Yeah.
So that's all good. That means good stuff.
Okay. Excellent.
Looking at all right, and yeah, and the headline we pretty much covered there. Like I think your mindset's good. You know, you're super intelligent. We already know all that. And let's go to the heart line here. Really good balance in the heart line too. You had your challenges. You really cut yourself off and didn't believe in love for a while. You totally shut down for a little while there, but that's picked up, and you've got the perfect balance. See how it's kind of coming in between your two fingers here?
Yes.
You've got the perfect balance between, putting your heart energy into yourself as well as your goals.
Okay.
Which is exactly where it needs to be.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's all looking good. Yeah, health is good, mental health's good, spirituality is good. Okay, let's look at left. Do you have any questions about like your life, like more like life stuff?
Just whether the path is going to be more obstacles or a little smoother.
Okay, yeah, smoother. Yeah, so that's here, right? So that's exactly what I was just saying. And you can almost see like the first half of your life is even where all your little troubles are, but look, there's like almost no little lines coming out.
Okay.
And look at the lines coming up. Those are good.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Awesome.
exactly that. So that yes, your next half of your life is going to be much clearer than the first half of your life.
Amazing.
Yes. All right. So
right.
now we'll look at the destiny side. Now this is where it gets good here. All right. You know what? Your nature isn't quite as much. This thumb is slightly longer than your other thumb. So it shows the work for sure. On just your intuition, like actually like connect with that. Let's see. What do we got going on here? So this is interesting. You were destined to have much more challenging mental health issues in your life and be brought down by the things in life that were presented to you, but because you stayed focused and I think really kept that, it's like you almost took the energy from your heart, so you didn't really allow yourself to feel it, but it saved you the mental anguish, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It does.
So yeah, exactly. So which was good though. It's just, it was a healthier way to get through it all.
Okay.
For sure. And it really kept your mindset so much clearer. Oh, this is interesting. It does look like you may have had a little challenges with addiction and whatnot yourself. But again, making the choices to be more logical than emotional changed your original destiny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Really good. Yeah. Yeah.
That's super cool.
It is cool. Yeah, it's so cool. Can you see it? Like, can you see the difference, right?
I do.
Okay, good. I know. Because sometimes I'm not sure what I'm saying even, right? But look, like, look at your headline. Look at that headline and look at that headline.
These two are attached and these two are not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So you found the good balance. You have some heart challenges coming up a little bit. You need to probably watch your blood pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, watch your blood pressure. But I'd say that's about it. What else do we have going on here? I do see some good luck, travel for real. Trying to think. I like to, as far as like, I know you have a lot of stuff coming up here and a new direction you can be taking in life soon. What is this telling me here? No, I think maybe again. I think you maybe don't really know again. Kind of we even have discussed this a little bit. It's hard to say what talents you're gonna start using moving forward from here. I think you're gonna have to be receptive to whatever fate has in store for you.
Yeah.
So start looking for those signs. So like, see, so here's your fate line. It's gonna come, and it's gonna have something to do with your heart as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, everything's well balanced. Health is